Wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts.
The Flash isn't exactly going to revive the DC Extended Universe, but it has got the ball rolling. Now that a few days has passed since the movie was released and many of us have watched it, we thought it was the perfect time to talk about the several awesome deleted scenes and cameos. Scenes like how Flash got his new uber cool suit, Keaton Batman's backstory, and some cameos from actors dating as far back as the 70s were all left on the cutting room floor. So in this video, we will explore all 10 major deleted scenes from The Flash. Oh, and if you still haven't watched the movie, this is pretty much your spoiler warning for this spoiler-heavy video. Let's begin. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This may be a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Number 1. Henry Cavill as Superman. The Flash originally had a deleted scene that featured Henry Cavill as Superman. The ending sees Flash's father getting acquitted of all charges. Barry Allen celebrates on the steps of the courthouse and confuses people with spaghetti analogies. And that's when we see a beautiful car roll up and out came Bruce Wayne. But that wasn't Michael Keaton's Bruce, but George Clooney's. However, instead of a cameo appearance by George Clooney, Barry Allen would have been greeted by Henry Cavill as Clark Kent. The inclusion of these two was intended to serve as a teaser for their involvement in upcoming projects within the DC Extended Universe. If there would ever be a Superman movie in the works starring Cavill, Warner Brothers aimed to leave the door open for that. However, when James Gunn and Peter Safran assumed the reins of DC and brought their own visions and plans for the future of the studio's cinematic universe, things changed for everyone, much like they did for Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. As a result, the original ending of The Flash, which featured only Kaye's Supergirl and Keaton's Batman, remained intact, while Cavill's cameo was filmed but ultimately discarded. Having said that, there is always a possibility that Cavill may yet play DC's most powerful hero now that they have successfully brought the multiverse into action. In fact, this scene would also have seen Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman meeting Barry and others at the courthouse stairs. Number 2. Supergirl was supposed to go berserk and R-rated. So, in an interview with Collider, Sasha Calle, the fourth woman to take up the mantle of Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, revealed that she had filmed a lot of fight sequences, but they were deleted because of being too violent, as the production wanted to keep the film PG-13. Now, before I go further, let's talk about the silo scene. So after the two Barry Allens convinced Keaton Batman to help them find Superman, they all head to Russia, where Superman was supposedly kept hostage in a silo. But instead of Superman, they find Supergirl. The arc is quite similar to what happened to Kal-El in the Flashpoint timeline. Here, he was sent on a pod to Earth as an advanced scout, but his pod crashed in Metropolis instead of Smallville, and he was taken in by the government and kept in prison of sorts, where he would become the subject number 1 of a little science project called Project Superman. But he would be rescued by Batman, Cyborg, and of course, Flash. Anyway, in the movie, one of the two Flashes replaces Cyborg. After coming out of the silo, her cells absorb energy from the Yellow Sun's rays, wreaking havoc on the bad guys. But the original scene had intended for her to get all berserk and bloody, just like DC likes it. However, they didn't want a stricter rating for the movie, and at this point, DC should get all people they can to get to watch their movies. Small, young, old, it doesn't matter. 3. Grant Gustin's Flash. Probably the biggest upset in terms of the Flash's deleted scenes was the axing of Grant Gustin's cameo. I mean, this guy played the Flash for 10 straight years, appearing in Arrowverse and his own Flash show. It's nothing less than sad that his cameo was left out. Yes, he kind of retired himself from the role in May 2023's finale, but bringing him in would have been a welcome move. Many fans believe that that's the OG Flash of DCEU. It would have been a perfect place to pay him the homage and respect he deserved, and also to celebrate his long journey as Flash. Number 4. Alternate ending with just Keaton and Kaye. Another ending that was actually shot but not kept in the theatrical cut was with Keaton and Kaye appearing at the courthouse, which was to suggest that although Flash did enough to have his father acquitted, he could not entirely reverse the mess he had created. It would also have left the door open for various Batmen to appear and work together. I mean, if you think about it, Robert Pattinson did a surprisingly great job with his portrayal of Bruce Wayne. Wayne, and it wouldn't hurt to see even him in the main timeline. They could simply say that Pattinson's Batman belonged to an entirely different universe, right? Number 5. Keaton Batman's backstory. So, in the movie, Michael Keaton lives in a now dilapidated Wayne Manor. No one really knows what he does. This Batman leaves his front door open and makes his own food. I guess his Alfred died a long time ago, and Wayne Industries is not what it once used to be. Of course, he's not in his best shape and has grown a long beard and hair. During their conversation, he says that he stopped being Batman because Gotham had become one of the safest cities in the world and it just did not need a Batman anymore. It does somewhat remind me of what Christian Bale's Batman did in Dark Knight Rises. He went underground, not just as Batman, but also as Bruce Wayne. So much so that people started making up stories about his appearance. But Bale's Batman had a much more elaborate reason to do what he did. But what about Keaton's? Well, we were supposed to have a short backstory about Keaton's Batman, which was cut due to time restraints. However, this scene, along with a few other deleted scenes, may appear when the film releases for TV on different media. 6. Flash getting his awesome suit. The new Flash suit does look out of the world and might just be one of the best things about the movie, and that's saying something. But we never really got to know how exactly Barry got the suit. I mean, of course Batman gave it to him, for he is what Iron Man is to Spider-Man, you know? Giving everyone cool gadgets and all that. The movie was supposed to show the scene, but the production team did not want to slow things down during the beginning. The scene at the cafe in itself felt a minute too long, so I guess they could have cut that one short and shown Batman giving the suit to Barry. Nevertheless, we may get to see it in the Blu-ray edition or something. Number 7. Dwayne Johnson's cameo. Dwayne Johnson supposedly meddled with the production of Black Adam, and the movie itself received a poor critical and commercial response. This forced Batman to reject doing a cameo in Fury of Gods, which was again a disappointment for DC. But that's not all. Dwayne was supposed to make a cameo in The Flash as well, but he probably wants to distance himself as far as possible from DC now that Gunn has taken over. Number 8. Lynda Carter's Wonder Woman. Lynda Carter portrayed Diana Pryce in the television series titled Wonder Woman. The show originally aired on ABC from 1975 to 1977, before transitioning to CBS for its subsequent 2 seasons, retitled as The New Adventures of Wonder Woman, from 1977 to 1979. Her performance was highly influential to the extent that it influenced certain aspects of Wonder Woman's depiction in DC Comics itself. For instance, her spinning transformation. There were plans for Carter to make an appearance in The Flash. As the film explores the convergence of multiple universes, Carter's inclusion was intended to take place toward the conclusion of the film. However, due to the extensive selection of past actors available for the project, Carter's appearance was ultimately omitted by director Andy Muschietti and did not make it to the final cut. 9. Marlon Brando's Jor-El. Marlon Brando appeared in the 1978 film Superman, portraying Jor-El, the father of Superman. Brando's involvement in the film came after a brief hiatus from acting, and his participation was marked by certain conditions. Notably, he was paid a substantial sum of $3.7 million for just 2 weeks of work. Brando's contractual demands included not needing to review the script in advance and having the lines displayed off-camera during filming. Following Brando's passing in 2004, previously unused footage featuring his portrayal of Jor-El was incorporated into subsequent Superman-related productions. The footage was utilized in the 2006 re-edited version of Superman 2 known as the Richard Donner Cut, as well as in the film Superman Returns. There were plans to incorporate Brando's unused footage as Jor-El in The Flash, but this was also abandoned. Likewise, 2 more characters to have cameos were Burgess Meredith's Penguin and Cesar Romero's Joker. Literally every movie has deleted scenes. Some, like the original Justice League, have a gazillion of them, making them suck, while some, like Zack Snyder's Justice League, have lesser. But it's very important to figure out which scenes to keep and which scenes to leave on the cutting room floor. Likewise, The Flash has several of them, but it's a mixed bag. While some of the deleted scenes may have actually made the movie better, a few were rightly omitted. Which one of these did you wish were in the movie? I'll go first. The one with Keaton Batman's backstory and the one where Barry got his suit. your turn now. And if you like the content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.